Welcome to Cheese Turds. Now, being an extreme introvert, I am a bit familiar with online dating. I've tried it before, and I feel like there's two kinds of people who go to online dating. The first kind downloads it because they actually want to meet someone and they're looking for something potentially serious. The second kind downloads it because their friends are sick of hearing them complain about how it's so hard to meet people. And you know what? It is hard to meet people. Now, whichever one you are, I'm gonna give you some reasons why you shouldn't online date. I'm not telling you to not online date. I'm just saying go ahead and do it if you want to, but if you do, just keep these things in mind. So apps like Tinder, OkCupid, and Plenty of Fish, and what other kinds of dating apps there are, it's as if Facebook and Amazon got together and developed an app where you can shop for people. And so it's so easy and so convenient. You just lie in bed and you're swiping, shopping for people. And let's say eventually you get a date and you go on a few dates and everything's great so far, except inevitably you'll get to a point where you see little flaws in them that you kind of don't like, and there's little deal breakers, like let's say they shit in your food at the restaurant and you're like, you know what? I want to date someone that doesn't shit in my food. So you go back to the app and you swipe until you find someone that doesn't have that limitation. But this new person likes to chew up your food and vomit it back up onto your plate. And you're like, you know what? I don't want this either. So you go back and swipe. And you find yourself in this cycle where you meet someone and there's a deal breaker. And really, why would you have to commit to this person? You can just go back to this bank of people. It's so easy to find someone that doesn't have that limitation. And what this ends up doing is it decreases your willingness to commit in a relationship. It decreases the value of an individual because you know that they're replaceable. And essentially, a relationship becomes expendable. And you know what they say, the bigger the buffet, the less you appreciate each bite, especially if someone's shatting it. And so what ends up happening is the very thing you go to escape your loneliness is what ends up perpetuating it. And I think what it ends up doing is it ruins you a little bit. It's likely to perpetuate habits and ways of thinking that will make you unhappy in a relationship in the future. This video idea was actually inspired by Len DeBotton's talk on romanticism, and he uses this little thought experiment. Let's say that instead of having a dating app where you swipe through all these people, you download this app and you're presented with one person and you have to be with this person. You have to date them. And let's say this person has leprosy. Nobody wants to be with someone that has leprosy and you're like, oh man, why am I stuck with this leper? Well, if you know that you have to be with this person, you're going to work on the skills to be with them. You're going to put in a lot of effort to make that relationship work. The truth is, there is no one soulmate. If you're in a relationship right now, the truth is that person is replaceable. What feels so irreplaceable is all that work and all that effort you went to put into the relationship, that willingness to commit and desire to commit. Now, this whole thing may not apply if you get absolutely no matches at all. May apply to some extent because, I don't know, like there are some upsides to dating. Like it's a good way to introduce yourself and it's a lot less scary to meet people. And these people you meet, you know that they're single and that they're looking for someone too. So totally go online date if you want to and if that's what you think you would like to do. But just keep these things in mind. That's all I'm saying. This whole talk was inspired by Len DeBotton's talk on romanticism. He's a phenomenal talker. I highly recommend watching it. If you liked this video on this kind of topic, I'll link it below. He's an engaging speaker. He uses very relatable examples, which I didn't really do. So check him out. He's amazing. He's also the guy behind the School of Life videos on YouTube if you're subscribed to that channel. Online dating definitely does have its upsides, and I might even try it again in the future. But yeah, if you have any comments, any criticisms, any objections, any other perspective changing things you have to say about this, comment below. I'd love to have a discussion with you guys about this. It's always fun to talk on my philosophy videos, and thanks for watching. Maybe they shat in your food at the restaurant you went to? That doesn't make any sense. Ugh, nobody wants to be with someone that has leprosy. Stupid.